Welcome, everyone, to the Plains in Jordan-Hare Stadium, home of the Auburn Tigers, where telling someone War Eagle is just as common as saying hello. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 11th-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And the returner is stopped. On first down, here comes this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's going to take a shot. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Well, we knew this offense wanted to be aggressive in this game plan, and they're doing it right away in the first series. Taking a shot down the field, they got the look they wanted, and what a great throw by the quarterback.
Looking to go up top on first down. Sends it downfield. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. The short hands, it's Marshall. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catches, plenty to give them a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Brings up third down.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
On second down, wants to throw. Going over the top. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Arkansas! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll call for the fair catch here. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks.
What a snag by the defense. He'll try to take it back. Inside the 10. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the D deny them on second and goal. The give to the tailback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Direct snap. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's worthy. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Coming up, 4th down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Arkansas 14, Auburn 7.
I really like this call to go for it on 4th down in this area of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
The give to the back. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to him on the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play. They get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
All right, QB, I got to trust you, man. You already threw one pick. Now that one probably should have picked. You got to give me a reason to feel confident I can drop back and let you throw the football again. Or else this leash maybe gets a little bit short. Maybe we start warming up the righty in the bullpen.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
right down the boulevard. It's good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points today. They're up by 4 over Georgia State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Bunch formation for these receivers. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And they get the sack just like that.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake is going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Big 1st down sack for the defense. Brings up 2nd down. Corners are going to bail. On 2nd down, looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. 3rd down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
He gets a block. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Finds a soft spot in the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. A first down run in the red zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
A lot of times the QB is going to drop back and try to make a big play, What's your safe option if nothing's there? Slip it to your running back. Let him catch it. Let him go get a first down for you.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Allen. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Running back goes in motion. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. At the 45, on his way. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Allen. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. On the option. He'll pitch it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll run play action. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Touch pass on the run.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Oh, look at Mr. Hink. The ball pops out on the return. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella. I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
Quickly complete. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points today. They're up by 4 over Georgia State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Little over anxious, out of the stance early, and it's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Just buried it. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. They'll ride the hot hand.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Off play action. They're working that left side. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear and one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
After the incompletion, they're facing a 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. On the move. Gets behind those pads, picks up 4 on the play, but it's still a 4th down and 3. And the Razorbacks are in the red zone. Goes to the option. Plows through the defense. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
And those 4th and 3, 4th and 4 situations are really tough. Is it a passing situation? Is it a running situation? Like, I really got to see my keys, go get it. Defense was just a step slow. They give up the 4th down run.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sawyer. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this stuff. Honestly, it could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback checking off. He's back to throw on second down. Gets it out fast. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Arkansas 35, Auburn 17.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Back to the air one more time. He's right on target. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
And the ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40, inside the 30, 10, touchdown Razorbacks! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Oh, he's going to go for the return. He'll be brought down quickly. That's always the risk when you bring it out of the end zone. Do you make it to the 25 or not? In this case, not. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Gets it out quickly. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds his man. At the 35, he's loose. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he can.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Big loss on the last play, threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. He'll set up to throw. Steps away. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The deficit is huge, this one is all, but over they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the beatdown has ensued. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. New Mexico has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside University Stadium. They're up by 5 over UNLV. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. He'll start this drive firing. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen.
And it's caught inside the 20. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Tigers are in the hurry-up. Caught in the backfield, it's Marshall. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
So they've gotten it right on the doorstep. Couldn't get it in via the air last time. Here's 3rd down. Try to barge their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn. He'll try to tack on one more. Splits the uprights. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Handoff to the single running back. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Toss to the outside. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? He leaves it with his back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. While they could run victory formation, you also have to think about padding those stats. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. That last field goal was huge. Now it takes a touchdown to beat you and not a lot of time to get it if you cover the kickoff well. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going up top on first down. Feeling some heat. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's going up top here late in the game. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports. The Los Angeles Coliseum, a place traveler calls home and the crowd loves to fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Trojans will kick it away to start us off. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries thing, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. And back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC. So this one will be interesting.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field. But when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play caller.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Alabama will get the first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Might as well give it to him again. He breaks a tackle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bama! Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. Fair catch called for and made. Offense in an empty set. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Going for a big play right off the bat. Hauls it in on the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field for the quarterback to take advantage of, and they've got to keep feeding this guy the football. He is dangerous.
They'll throw it on first down. Getting some heat. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. He looks that one in nicely. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took the steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. He'll take it himself. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. 3:25. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they will score. Touchdown, Trojans. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. He's looking to throw. Complete. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
From the gun, the ground game. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Looking to throw on second down. He's got an open man. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. What a grab and go for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Line getting set on second down. Give to the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs.
He's going to let it go. He caught it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
Ooh, the defense so lucky that was not a touchdown. The offense saw an opportunity to take a chance and take a shot. They executed that play beautifully.
The Trojans are threatening on 1st and goal. This is a designed run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, USC! Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. What a nightmare for this defense. His second big play, gashing this secondary and fitting right into that gold standard of Alabama big play receivers.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to find some answers, Reese. I mean, this guy, you can tell he can blow the lid off a defense with that speed, and you just better know where he's at pre-snap. Wherever they put him, let's make sure we get some help over the top. If not, one-on-one is not going to equal success for this defense.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Fair catch called for and made. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. And the catch was one thing and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these. Big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heismans.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Trojans will hustle to the line. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite-level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. It's complete to the left. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Defense, what are we doing? You can't miss that guy. How are you going to leave the big fella wide open? You can't act like you didn't see him line up. You know where he is. You knew coming into the game he's a weapon. That had to be a coverage bust.
The Trojans are marching down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. Makes the catch near the sideline, but he's downed immediately before he gained an inch.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. It's complete on the right side. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Snap it to the back. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, going to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
To the air on first down. Wide open downfield. Afterburners coming. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dude.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Got room on the return. He's at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Trojans. Lining up to add another. Bangs it through for an extra point. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Heaves it on the run. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Alabama pushing the tempo. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big plays down the field, you get it to him, you know it could be a home run anytime he touches it. When you start mentioning those names, it just shows you the explosive nature. Everybody you mentioned, you know they can run right by you and hit those home runs, and so far, he's making some big plays in this ballgame.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his back in the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Now from inside the red zone. And that ball is picked off. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Southern Cal. How about that D coming up with a play like that? Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by a field goal over Liberty. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes that Alabama offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown tie! On to attempt the try. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Fires to the wideout. Rolls it in. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
Really nice timing on that play. Receiver working against zone coverage on the perimeter. He's able to settle down.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He finds his man. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. Quick timeout called on the offense after the play. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man. And stampeding through the defense. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Oh, he makes the catch. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3 ball here before the break. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm.
He's got it down the right side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. The Trojans make a living on stretching the field with big plays in the passing game because they just throw the ball to that receiver.
No doubt about it. And guess what? Everybody in Hollywood likes this, right? Like the big, explosive, dynamic, fun plays. And that's exactly what USC does year after year.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Tide offense rolls onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense...
Nothing but green ahead. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
From the gun, Give on the inside. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Wants to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Finds a crease at the 20. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got it. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. He's looking to throw. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! The AT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Jacksonville State overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from home, these Gamecocks gotta be thrilled. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll try the run. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Give to the running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Nine-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. receiver looks it in. It's complete. The Trojans will keep this drive going. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. They'll go back to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Looking to the big tight end. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down. And the Trojans want to move quickly. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got him, and they convert. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The jet sweep pass. Touchdown USC! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, though.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Takes the easy one to the back. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, USC 45, Alabama 35.
First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. He's going up top. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
QB now has over 400 yards passing, guys, and you got to give everybody else in the supporting cast a ton of credit. The receivers, great job running routes, catching the football, and this offensive line has been outstanding, giving them time to throw.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Pocket starts to collapse. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. The Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Hand off from the shotgun. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's going to pass. He wants to take the top off. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch in bed.
The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Touchdown, Alabama! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. New Mexico handled its business today, and given what the week was like in Albuquerque, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They're bringing heat. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Quarterback will audible. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He's got his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Still plenty of time for this offense, but this probably their final drive, under 2 minutes to play. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Steps away to find some room. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. And the Trojans moving quickly to the line. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to throw it again. Coming after it. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. He's looking to throw it. He'll try to do it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Trying to get to it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. This is turning into a death march for this defense. 13th play of the drive coming. The back goes in motion. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He's got it and still on his feet. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Wants to go up top. Looking to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
And now I'm just saying one more stop. Come on, guys. We know they're passing the football. We know they got to get to the end zone for them to beat us. We are not going to let that happen. We're going to play deep to shallow, tackle them in bounds. This ball game's over. One more play for this defense.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Touchdown, Trojans! And they've got the lead in the final minute. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
And how about this QB coming up clutch in a big moment? Gotta have it. You've dreamed about it your whole life. He puts the ball on the money. They make the catch. Take the lead with seconds remaining on the clock.
Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And how about that for a capper, the likely game winner in the waning moments? Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner will be brought down. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.